What if I told you that one of the most disturbing serial killing cases in modern history didn't involve dark alleys, abandoned warehouses, or a single masked killer? Instead, it happened inside ordinary homes, in quiet neighborhoods, by people who looked completely normal. And the bodies, they weren't buried. They were stored inside barrels, hidden in a bank vault. This is not fiction. This is Australia's most horrifying crime. This is the Snowtown Murders. Snowtown is a small, peaceful town in South Australia, a place where everyone knows everyone, where crime felt distant, almost impossible. But in the 1990s, something evil was spreading silently, not through strangers, but through trust. Neighbors trusted neighbors, friends trusted friends, and some trusted the wrong people with their lives. What no one knew back then was that Snowtown would soon become a name synonymous with pure horror. On the surface, he seemed harmless, a family man, outspoken, strong opinions. Center of this nightmare was a man named John Bunting. But beneath that mask was a manipulative psychopath. Bunting hated people he considered weak, drug addicts, gay men, anyone he could label as a threat to society. And slowly, he began to convince others to believe the same lies. This wasn't just a killer, this was a cult leader without a cult name. Bunting didn't act alone. He recruited people, friends, roommates, even teenagers. Together, they created a twisted belief system that murder was justified, that torture was necessary. Victims were lured into homes, restrained, interrogated, and brutally killed. But what made this case different was not just the violence. It was what they did after the murders. Instead of burying the bodies, they placed them inside large plastic barrels filled with chemicals, sealed shut. And then they rented a bank vault. Yes, a legitimate bank vault. Inside that vault sat multiple barrels, each one containing a human body for years. No alarms, no suspicion, just death, waiting to be discovered. People disappeared, but no one connected the dots. Why? Because the killers lived normal lives. They had jobs, families, they blended in. Some victims were reported missing, others weren't. And that's the most terrifying part. Some people were so isolated that no one even noticed they were gone. In a modern country, in the late 1990s, people vanished without a trace. Everything changed in 1999. Police finally opened the bank vault. Inside, they found barrels. When the lids were removed, the truth spilled out. Human remains. Multiple victims preserved in chemicals. Australia was stunned. The world was horrified. What was first believed to be a single murder was now revealed as one of the worst serial killing cases in history. Here's the twist. The most dangerous part of the Snowtown Murders wasn't the brutality. It was the psychology. John Bunting didn't just kill people. He convinced others to help him. Teenagers became killers. Friends became executioners. And many of them believed they were doing the right thing. This case proved something terrifying. Evil doesn't always look evil. Sometimes it looks convincing. John Bunting and his accomplices were eventually sentenced to life in prison. But the damage was already done. Lives were erased, families destroyed, and a quiet town was forever marked by horror. The Snowtown Murders remind us of one chilling truth. The most dangerous monsters don't hide in the dark. They sit beside you, they speak your language, and they wait for you to trust them. If this story disturbed you, it was meant to, because some horrors are real.